What's up guys, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to do a music video breakdown. This is actually to a music video I recently shot on the Sony FX3. This is actually my second music video on this camera. There is a lot to it, I'm still learning. But anyway, so let's jump into what gear was used for this music video. Sony FX3 picture profile Slog3, and then the 16 to 35mm 2.8 G master lens, and then the Weebill S gimbal. That is what was used for this music video. So right before we actually jump into it, I actually rented out the 16 to 35mm lens. I actually don't own that lens. I rented it out right before the music video shoot. So we get to shoot, and the first thing is we get to the first set, which was this right here, which is like this really cool tunnel, kind of like spaceship looking set. The artist actually had a really cool outfit, the silver, that really popped with the setting here. So that's another key thing. Always make sure that your artists match with the aesthetics of the environment, the sets and all that good stuff. So always compliment what they're wearing. So the artist did a really good job as far as wearing an outfit that I felt really popped with this scene here. So basically here is we have this white tunnel. There's a lot of light in there. And then the only additional light that I brought was for this particular set was this newer light here that you see up in the corner. And I just had it about 100, just so I can have a little bit of extra light there. Even though there was already a lot of light there, I didn't need that extra light. Anyways, we did two performances scenes here, just basically just panning in, panning out, all that good stuff. And then we did one more scene, which was like a B-roll. Basically just getting like all the detail shots and all that good stuff. And then after that, we went to the next room, which is right next to it, which is kind of a similar setup. It was more like a box with like LED panels around the side. Same thing, I just used the same light that I had for the little tunnel spaceship. I put it in here, same thing, just had it at the top. And then after these shots though, I was looking at the lens and I noticed there was a smudge on there. Didn't think much of it, wiped it off, went about to shoot. And then when I started editing this video, I realized that every single shot from that tunnel and the second one, there is a black dot, like right there, like it's super noticeable. And I was like, oh no. Such a rookie mistake. And I'm always cleaning my lenses, and the one time I didn't, this is what happened. So please, always make sure your lenses are clean before you start shooting, because you're gonna run into an issue like this. Luckily, I was able to do like a little draw mask with a little bit of blur on there. You can still kind of see it, but it's not as noticeable, especially like if it's not pointed out. Chances are you really won't see it. So yes, lesson learned. Always make sure your lens is clean before you shoot. After that, we did have a 2.5 hour window for everything. So we're kind of on a time crunch as far as like, all right, shoot, change, shoot, just keep it going. So we had to consistently keep the ball moving. After that, the artist was changing out, and she's like, hey, I'm gonna be wearing this colorful jacket. So she let me use this jacket real quick so I can actually walk around the studio, which is really cool because I was able to kind of like look at the scenarios, look at the sets with what she was wearing, what she was gonna be wearing. So I went to one spot, I'm like, quick, work there. We went to a different spot, I'm like, it might not work there. Went to that spot right here with the vinyls, I'm like, definitely is gonna work there. And then after that, I walked all the way down to the end, and I was like, yes, it's definitely gonna work in here with this little tunnel. I got excited, I was like, yes, it's gonna work in here. So after that, the first thing we did is the vinyl room. So the vinyl room was really cool. I like this room a lot. What we did as far as lighting is we put two neon lights on each side, so that way there's a little bit of casting, a little bit of light kind of popping on the artist. We had it on the turquoise color on the side, so a little pop there. And then what I did is, because I knew I was gonna shoot on a 16mm wide, I was gonna get like really low and just get like those specific angles. So what we did is we put these smaller RGB tubes down, one by the couch and then one like on the side there, just to give it that extra little pop. So that way, whenever I was pulling out on those shots, you can see like the lights there, and it would just create like this really cool look. And I'm very happy with the way these shots came out. The other light we did use for this specific room is here, you can see in the shot, is we had one panel, and that is I was just having, I think, at like 5500 Kelvin, just so I could have a little bit of white light, just a clean light on her. Now I didn't have it directly facing her, I kind of had it where it was kind of bouncing, if that makes sense. Now another thing too is, when you're shooting music videos, it's always important to know the song. So I knew the song, I knew when the beat was gonna kick and all that good stuff. So what I was doing is I would purposely like zoom in on certain spots, zoom out on a certain spot, just because I knew how the song was gonna be and I knew what I was gonna do as far as editing. So definitely make sure that when you're shooting these music videos, you know the song, so that way you can cut into it, or you know specific movements you're gonna be doing for the video. So keynote there. After this set, we moved on to the next set, which was this tunnel. So originally, if you look at this right here, it was actually lit up. It was all white with, you know, they had like their normal lights in there, and I didn't quite like that look. I was like, it's not really giving me the look I want. So shout out to my boy Alex, who was actually with me capturing the behind the scenes. He's like, dude, he's like, why don't you just kill the lights and then just have like a strobe effect or something like that? I was like, yes, that's perfect. So that's exactly what we did. So what we did is we killed the lights, and then what we did is we actually put one of the newer panels in the back. We had it at a pulsating mode. So basically it would just kind of pulsate like this back and forth. I believe we had like a tungsten color or red look to it. And then we put one of the neon lights in the back, kind of at the bottom of the floor in the corner, same color, that turquoise color. And that is mainly so that way when the artist was performing, she had a little bit of separation between the wall and her. So you always want to add some type of depth between the shots. So that's what we did. We put the little neon light there just to give a little bit of separation between her and the wall. And then after that, we were like on a time crunch. So 2.5 hours, those 2 hours, first 2 hours went by fast. We were down to like the last half hour, and we're like, all right, we gotta go. So this song is actually called Karma, and basically what we want to do is we wanted to create Karma as an entity, as a person itself, separated from the artist. So we will have the artist rapping the song, but we want it whenever she referenced Karma to be like a new person, like it's basically her, but it's not really her. So there was this really cool room with this tunnel, like a very narrow tunnel, and she had this outfit on, and then I was like, you know what, let's throw some red in here. It's gonna give it that pop, that like, yes. So that's what we did. So we put 2 of the smaller RGBs down on the bottom of the chair, and then we put one neon light in front of it, just to create that look in there, because I really wanted it, it's already dark in there, so I really wanted to keep the dark in there and then just have like that red in the center of it. And then the other thing is they did provide like these little bulbs on top, so they had like these bulbs, and I just kind of matched the same redness on there. And then one of the lights was actually flickering. Originally we removed the flicker because I felt like it was too much, but then once we put it on there, we realized she was wearing sunglasses, so the flicker didn't really bother her. So I'm like, ooh, that's awesome. So we put it on there. And these shots right here are probably hands down my favorite shot from this entire music video. I love the way these shots came out. They just came out so sick, so amazing. I was very amped up. I was like, yes, yes. And another thing, the last thing too, is I normally don't do like the Vortex 360 look, but I feel like for this music video, it was perfect. So that's exactly what I did. I threw it on Vortex mode at the end, and I was just spinning it, just kind of panning back and forth, just because I knew I would do like small little speed ramps to it, slow it down, or vice versa. I just wanted to have the option of slowing that footage down if I wanted to. And I'm very happy the way it came out. We did it to the point where there was probably about 3 or 4 minutes left before it was time to go. So this is basically cool, last shot, boom, all right, let's go, da, 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 da. And then out the door, and then we left. So that wrapped that up. And then just like a little side note, anytime me and Alex go to LA for these music videos, we always get tacos. That's like our thing. We always make sure we get tacos. That's what we did. We hit up this little spot, and you know, we just got down on the tacos. You know, we got down on them. It was hella good. But yeah, that's besides the point. The overall, the music video was really, really cool. The artist was amazing to work with. The artist goes by Waterstar Vibes. The song is called Karma. I'm gonna post a link down below, so make sure you guys check out that video. Amazing, really, really happy with it. Like I said, second music video on the Sony FX3, so there's a lot more to come. I'm still learning it. But yeah, other than that, that's going to bring us to the end of this video. If you guys have any questions or anything, comment down below. If you like this type of content, definitely subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.